So today I'm talking about a P000D code, what it is and how you could go about fixing it. And so what is a P000D code? Well, it's a B camshaft position slow response bank 2. And so what does this mean? Well, basically there's a camshaft position sensor on each camshaft that's reporting back to the computer the location as that camshaft as it's spinning. For some reason, this bank 2 camshaft-B is not in the right position like it's supposed to be. The computer's seeing some kind of problem with this, and so it's going to be troubleshooted to know why. And when you have a V6 or V8 engine, the engine's going to have two banks. Bank 1 is always the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder. So if you Google your engine and like firing order or cylinder location or something like that, and you locate the number 1 cylinder, since there is differences, then that side of the engine is going to be bank 1, and the opposite of that is going to be bank 2. And when the engine has dual overhead cams, there's going to be 2 cams on each bank of the engine. Camshaft-A is going to be on the intake side, and camshaft-B is going to be on the exhaust side. So when you get this P000D code, locate the bank 2 side of the engine, and the camshaft closest to the exhaust is going to be the one the computer's seeing a problem with. And so what would be some possible causes of a P000D code? Well, the first thing that could cause this is low or dirty engine oil. Engine oil flows through all the variable valve timing components. And so if the engine oil is low or if it's really dirty, it could cause issues with this. And so first thing to do, go check your engine oil, be sure it's not too low or it's not really dirty. The next thing that could cause this is that there's some kind of issue going on with one of the variable valve timing components. And these systems can be named differently, they could be designed differently, depending on the manufacturer, the year, the vehicle, things along these lines. So if you do go to work on your vehicle, be sure to get a diagram of the variable valve timing system. That way you know for sure what's going on. But basically located at the front of the cam is going to be what's called an actuator or a phaser. And oil is going to be flowing to the actuator or phaser using a solenoid, sometimes called an oil control valve. And the computer can control this solenoid, which is going to control the oil flow going to the actuator, which can adjust the timing. And so there's a problem with this bank 2 camshaft-B variable valve timing solenoid, or with the actuator on bank 2 camshaft-B, then that's going to cause problems. So you can go and test these components to see if there's any kind of problem. By far, the most common problem with the variable valve timing component is a bad variable valve timing solenoid. If you have a multimeter, you can go and test these solenoids. There's some good YouTube videos on how you go about testing these. Again, they can be designed differently, but they're basically solenoids that's controlling the oil flow going into the variable valve timing system. Also, if you're getting any other codes, be sure to pay attention to that. For example, if you got like a P0013 code, B camshaft position actuator circuit open bank 1, then definitely go check out that variable valve timing solenoid and also go and test that actuator. But the next thing that could cause this is a bad variable valve timing component. And the next thing that could cause this is a bad timing chain or timing belt or possibly a bad tensioner. And basically all these cams and the crankshaft, they all have timing marks and they all need to line up. And so for example, say the timing belt slipped on bank 2 camshaft-B and the timing mark doesn't line up, it's a little bit before or it's a little bit after where it's supposed to be, then this is going to throw everything off and it's going to cause issues. Also, sometimes when these timing belts or timing chains, they get old, they can get stretched out. So when the engine's running, they can throw everything off just a little bit, and that can start to cause problems. Also, there's what's called a tensioner that holds everything tight. And if something goes wrong with that tensioner and it's not holding everything tight, then that can also throw everything off. So the next thing on the list is going to be a bad timing chain, timing belt, or a bad tensioner. And the last thing on the list is going to be a bad camshaft position sensor. And basically, the camshaft position sensor is what's reporting back to the computer the location of that camshaft as it's spinning. And so if that camshaft position sensor goes bad, it might be reporting bad information back to the computer. So the computer just thinks there's a problem when there isn't. So it is possible that there's some kind of issue going on with that camshaft position sensor. Although usually when that camshaft position sensor goes bad, you're going to get another code. So for example, if you also got like a P0390 code, camshaft position sensor B circuit bank 2, then in that case, it's a good idea to go check out that camshaft position sensor because the last thing on the list is going to be a bad camshaft position sensor. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P000D code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.